Charles Dickens. Charles Dickens is perhaps the most important of all the Victorian writers. He was a master at describing contemporary society, and his works were a form of social commentary. One cure is not enough to do justice to such a literary giant as Dickens, and so this is the first of four quizzes devoted to his life and his works. Dickens was born in Portsmouth in 1812. He was sent to school at the age of 9, but unfortunately, this came to an end when his father was sent to a debtor's prison. Charles was sent to work in a factory where he had to put up with terrible conditions as well as separations from his family. After 3 years, he went back to school, but the incident had an effect on Dickens, who used it as inspiration in some of his books, most notably in Great Expectations. Today we are going to discuss the most important MCQs, Great Expectations by Charles Dickens. Test your knowledge of the life and works of Charles Dickens in this. The first most important questions: who was the hero in Great Expectations by Charles Dickens? Paul Pate Percy Pip. Correct answer is Pip. Pip is a nickname. The character's real name is Philip Ferrell. Second question. Of which newspaper was Charles Dickens the founder editor in 1846? The answer is Daily News. The interpretation of this answer is the Daily News was set up as a center left rival to the right wing Morning Chronicle. Next question. What institution was featured prominently in the Charles Dickens novel Oliver Twist? What institution was featured prominently in the Charles Dickens novel Oliver Twist? The answer is Workhouse. Workhouses were a feature of Victorian society. Life in them was deliberately harsh so that only the truly destitute would apply. Next question. Which novel did Charles Dickens complete in 1853? The answer is Bleak House. The novel was originally published as a serial between March 1852 and September 1853. Which Charles Dickens novel is named after a father and son, Dickens and Son, Dombey and Son, Matthew and Son, Steptoe and Son? The correct answer is Dombey and Son. The book's full name title is dealings with the firm of Dombey and Son, wholesales, retail, and for exportation. Export. What seasonal work did Charles Dickens produce in 1843? Christmas Carol. It tells the story of a miser and how he is changed into more kindly man after visited by a series of ghosts. Which main character which main character appeared in A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens? Ebenezer Scrooge. The Scrooge was a Bob Cratchit's employer. Which adjective describes a similarity to a Charles Dickens character or situation? Dickensian. The word is usually used to describe a poor social conditions or repulsive characters. The next question is, which English period was covered by the majority of works by Charles Dickens? Victorian. Some of the Dickens' work referred to the 18th century, but the Victorian period was his primary focus. Number 10 question. Whose team of pickpockets appears in Charles Dickens' novel Oliver Twist? Fagin. In the novel's preface, Dickens describes Fagin as a receiver of stolen goods. Author Charles Dickens' second quiz is going to be started. This is the second in our series of 4 quizzes on the classic Victorian author Charles Dickens, the creator of some of literature's most well-known and best-loved characters. From the nasty villain to the innocent child, the comical to the tragic, Dickens characters come to life in the minds of his readers. Dickens' literary career began in the world of journalism. He started writing for the journals, The Mirror of the Parliament and The True Sun before he was made the parliamentary journalist for the Morning Chronicles newspaper. From here his career began to pick up and sketches by Bo's collection of short works written under an assumed name was published 1837. His first novel, The Pickwick Paper, was published around the same time and Dickens' success bloomed. How well you know the life and work of Charles Dickens? Question number 1. For what was Charles Dickens' father imprisoned in 1824? Debt. Getting into debt carried quite a stigma in 19th century Britain as imprisonment was common. Second question. In 1832, what did Charles Dickens nearly become? Professional actor. Dickens had auditions at Covent Garden, but he missed it because of cold. What nom de plume did Charles Dickens use? Bose. Bose was Dickens' family nickname. I repeat again, it is very important question. Bose was Dickens' family nickname. Which Dickens novel features scenes from the French Revolution? Which Dickens novel features scene from the French Revolution? A Tale of Two Cities. The two cities in the title are London and Paris. In which Dickens novel was the death of little Nell featured? The Old Crusty Shop. The story is the tragic tale of Nell Tarrant and her grandfather and their journey away from misery. What was the first name of Charles Dickens' wife? I repeat again, it is very important question. What was the first name of Charles Dickens' wife? Catherine. Charles and Catherine had 10 children together. In which Dickens novel did the character Mr. Mike Webber appear? David Copperfield. The answer is David Copperfield. The character known for his phrase something will turn up has become synonymous with the person who lives in a hopeful expectation. Question number 8. We are discussing Quiz number 2. Question number 8. Which of Charles Dickens' works remain unfinished at the time of his death? It is very important question. Which of the Charles Dickens' works remain unfinished at the time of his death? The Mystery of Edwin Drood. As the book was not finished, Drood's killer is not revealed. His uncle John Jasper is the most likely murderer, but no one can be certain. Question number 9. Which was not a Dickens character? Bill Sykes, Perfection, Sam Weller, Tom Sawyer. Tom Sawyer. Tom Sawyer was created by Mark Twain. Where in England was the author Charles Dickens born? Portsmouth. Though Dickens was born in Portsmouth, the family moved to London when he was 3 years old. Dickens wrote 20 novels. Here we are going to start quiz number 3. Dear friends, we will discuss the most important MCQs related to Charles Dickens novels in our quiz number 3. We will discuss quiz number 3 in our next video. If you want to watch my next video related Charles Dickens' most important MCQs of all novels, then subscribe my channel so that you may get my latest video. I will discuss all important authors and their work step by step in my upcoming videos. So if you want to watch my next video and if you want to enhance your knowledge, then subscribe this channel. Thanks.